This ICT silver bullet indicator has absolutely blew my mind. Since I've been using it, it's helped me increase my win rate, and the best thing is it's absolutely free. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up this indicator, and we're going to go over a few trade examples so you know exactly how to use it. I'm going to tell you which pairs to use, what time frames, and exactly how you're going to configure it so that you can start extracting these profits from the markets. So first, let's add the indicator onto our charts so that we know exactly when to enter a trade. But stay until the end of this video because I'm also going to be giving you a bunch of trade breakdowns so that you know exactly what to look for so that you end up only executing on A+ setups. So first you're going to come over to this indicators tab up here and you're going to type in ICT silver bullet. And when you do that, the first one that pops up by LUX Algo that has 7,434 people using it, you're going to click on it and it's going to turn your chart into an absolute mess. Now we have to configure it so it's easier for us to look at. So we're going to click on this settings icon and it's going to bring up all of the settings for the indicator. Now the first thing you're going to turn off is click this and uncheck it, and that is going to remove all of these lines off of your chart. And that way it makes it much easier for us to look at. And now the only thing that is showing on the screen is the silver bullet times and also the fair value gaps that this indicator is marking out for us. Now immediately, as you can see from this exact one right here, is giving us a perfect fair value gap that price tapped into, and then we had a runaway from there. So this could have been a potential trade that you could have taken, but that's not what we're going to do. We're going to watch the entire video so you know exactly what trade to enter in. So first, let's figure out exactly when and where to use this indicator. So this indicator works the best on EU, GU, NAS and the S&P 500. Next, it's best to use the indicator on the 5-minute time frame. However, there are people that utilize it on the 1-minute time frame. Next, we're going to figure out exactly what this indicator is going to show us. It's going to give you the fair value gap. And when I say the fair value gap, I mean the high quality fair value gap that you need to enter between the silver bullet time window. And as we can see, there's an example of it right there on the left side of the screen. And it's as simple as that. Now, when I say it's simple, I mean these rules that I'm giving you right here are simple. However, there is still one thing that you have to understand for yourself, and that is market structure. When we're taking a trade or we're about to execute into a trade, we can't just willy-nilly get into any fair value gap that you see on the chart. You have to first understand what structure is doing. Is it bullish or is it bearish? Once you've understood that, then you're free to enter into these trades. So what we're going to do now is go over 3 examples so that I can show you exactly how to use this indicator so you can start extracting profits from the markets. So for this first example, we're on NAS 100 on the 5-minute time frame. Now me personally, I like to trade the PM session silver bullet, and that happens between the times of 3 to 4 p.m. UK time. Now the best thing is you don't actually have to remember these time frames yourself, because if I zoom out, you can see that they are automatically marked on the chart by the indicator. So that means one less thing for you to do. So now we come onto the charts, and as we can see right here is 3 p.m. So if I pray the next candle, we can see that this line automatically comes onto the chart. This means the PM session silver bullet has now started. So what are we going to do? We're going to identify where we are in terms of our structure. So if we take a look at what's happening, we can see that price is creating a series of lower lows and lower highs. And now we've just put in this lower low. Therefore, that tells us we are in a bearish market and we are looking for only selling opportunities. If a fair value gap forms on the opposite direction, we're not going to enter into buys. We're only going to take selling positions because market structure is bearish. So now, if I play price on, we can see that right there, the indicator already prints a beautiful fair value gap for us to enter into. So what we're going to do is take our entry at the open of that fair value gap, put our stops above or below the most local high or low, and in this case this is our most local high, and then we're going to put our take profit at a 1-to-1 risk to reward as a minimum, or at the most local area of interest or structure. So this is now our trade placed and ready on the charts. Now if I play price on, we can see that we get tapped in and immediately within 15 minutes we've hit take profit. Over the past year, we've generated an average of 10% every single month inside of the VIP group. Now, not only are these trades tracked because they are sent as picture trade setups, but they have also helped our members get out of drawdown, pass their funded account challenges, and also get payouts. So joining the VIP group isn't only going to give you an additional source of income, but it's also going to give you access to my full A to Z trading course, which gives you all of the building blocks you need in order to become a consistently profitable trader. But on top of all of that, you get my daily trade ideas, weekly outlooks, live streams, and every single thing that you need in order to get you from point A, which is you right now, to point B, which is you becoming a consistently profitable trader. So to get started, simply click that link down in the description and become part of the community today. So for this second example, I'm going to make your life even more easier. Now, as I said in the first example, you have to understand where you are in terms of structure. Well, if we actually come over to this indicator, go to the settings tab and come all the way down to where it says trend. If you tick this on, it will tell you exactly where you are in terms of your trend. So as we can see, this blue line is annotating and telling us that we are in a bullish market. And then it changes into a red line when we flip from bullish to bearish. Therefore, once we see this happen, we know that in the next silver bullet session, we're only going to be following the trend. Therefore, if the trend is now changed to bearish, we're only going to be looking for sells. So now that we've understood where we are in terms of our structure and what position we're going to take, and we know that we're looking for selling positions, if I play price on, we can see that the silver bullet time zone has started. So now we're actively monitoring the chart to see if a fair value gap gets printed. So again, if I continue to play price on, we can now see that a fair value gap has been printed right there. So now if I go back so we can see this in real time, we can see that right there, the fair value gap gets printed. So what are we going to do? We're going to take our short position tool, place it right there. We're going to put our stops just above the high, and we're going to target the most local low, or if you can't find one, then a minimum of a 1-to-1 risk to reward. Now, if we take a look at what's going on with structure, we can see that we've got a local low all the way at the bottom there. So we can actually target that in this trade. That turns this into a 1 to 1.3 risk to reward. And now again, if I just play price on, we can see that price comes back, taps us in, and then it just drops, right? Runs straight to take profit again in literally 15 minutes. Now, if you wanted to, you can keep this trend indicator on, and it will tell you where the most local lows are on the chart. And as we can see, we've got a red line right there, another one there, and another one there. So if you wanted, you could extend your targets. And as we can see, if we keep going down, this is now a 1 to 2.37 risk to reward. And we could even target a bit lower to this low. That turns it into a 1 to 3.5 risk to reward. So for this last example, we're going to do a bullish scenario. So as we can see, market structure is relatively bullish. We're putting in a series of higher highs and higher lows. Therefore, in this example, we're only looking for buys. If we get a selling position offered to us, we're not going to take it. And the reason for that is because overall structure is bullish. So we just want to go with the trend. So now if I play price on, we can see that now the ICT silver bullet session has started. So now we're just monitoring the charts to identify if a fair value gap is created. And right there, we get this beautiful fair value gap printed onto the charts. So now what we're going to do is take our long position tool, place our entry at the open of that fair value gap, stops below the most prominent low or high. And in this case, this is our most prominent low. And now if we zoom out, can we find anywhere that we can target? You can see that right here, we've got this prominent high all the way over here, which is acting as liquidity. So if I put a line just above it right there, and then we can actually use that as our targets. So now this makes it into a 1 to 1.63 risk to reward trade. And now if we go back down to the 5 minute, and now let's play it out to see what actually happens. Price comes back and taps us into this trade. And then we can see that it actually goes and targets where we wanted it to, which was that 15-minute point of liquidity. This is why it's good for you to understand higher time frame narratives. And if this isn't something that you understand already, then I would highly recommend going over to the link that I've got down in the description and becoming part of the VIP group, because I can teach you everything you need to know about the markets in there. And it is so simple. I give daily trade setups, weekly outlooks, live trading, everything you need to become a consistently profitable trader. So that pretty much wraps it up for this video. I've given you a bunch of trade examples that you can now go utilize and backtest to figure out if this is a trading strategy that you want to utilize yourself. Maybe you want to play around with the times. Maybe you like a different silver bullet session. Maybe you like a different pair. you can use this video as the basis of your backtesting to start getting into the rhythm of figuring out what it is that you like, so that you can make yourself a trading plan and then go and execute into the live market. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, then let me know by dropping a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want me to do a backtest on this trading strategy to figure out if it is actually profitable over a long-term horizon, then let me know down in the comment section and by getting this video to a minimum of 200 likes. But on that note, guys, I hope everyone's had a great trading week so far, and I'll catch you in the next video.